Hello, you must have heard about the name called API. What is an API? API is an application programming interface. So you make the payments. You are using an API. Whenever you check the weather application, you find what's the weather today. You are using the API. When you are trying to log in through Google, you are using an API. When you are trying to book a cab, you are using an API. So every day in we are using the APIs. So what is an API? API is an application programming interface. It is a contract for how two pieces of software talk to each other. When this contract is happening over the HTTP or HTTPS, the same protocol your browser uses to load web pages. Let's understand the restaurant analogy, from which this is the easiest way to remember what an API does. You go to an hotel where you order some dish. The waiter comes, takes your order, go to the kitchen and gives your order, gives your dish, right? After some time, the waiter comes back with your dish. So what is happening here? You are giving some information to the waiter. The waiter is going, taking that request to the kitchen, and then the kitchen is responding back, and the waiter comes back and give you that dish. Now here, in that case, you take this that you as an app, that app is requesting something with the help of an API. API is nothing the waiter. When it this API goes to the server and the database sends that request, fetches that information and comes back in the form of JSON or something, and you see it on your system. When you see it on your app or system, right, this is something which you see as an API. Let's understand from the real world. You have an invoicing application and your front end is written in React and you want to fetch all the invoices which you have created last month. So you are hitting an API. That API is nothing like API slash invoices or something like that. It goes and fetches the information from the backend, takes that information, collects that JSON response, and show it on the front end. The screen which is getting rendered to see all the invoices is nothing but done by the API. So if you see, the front end application is talking to the back end application with the help of API. Why API actually matters? Separation of concerns. The front end doesn't need to know how the database works, just what to ask the API for. Teams work in parallel, the front end and back end developers build independently once they agree on the API contracts. The companies talk to each other. For example, my application which wants payments to be done, we are calling Stripe APIs, and that too without knowing the Stripe internal system. The terms you are going to hear is the endpoints, request, response, JSON, and status code. Don't worry, we will cover all of them in the next video. Let's recap. So an API is in contract between two pieces of software, and web API means the contract runs over HTTP. Almost every application you touch daily is making API calls constantly. In the next module, we will be learning HTTP requests and response. Thank you.